Hello, everybody. Happy Shochu'sday, and hi from all of us in Brooklyn. And I hope everybody out there is having a great day. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night, whatever the order is. We are here at Bimbing Sakiten. Now, before I get started, you know that probably if you've looked this up already, then you know we are in Brooklyn, and something bad did happen in Brooklyn today. I think I don't know what's going on with that. Do we know what's going on with that?
A shooting on the R train in Sunset Park.
Mm-hmm.
I think 10 people were injured, 10 to 16.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that is certainly ongoing. It's kind of far away from here.
It's a little bit far, but a lot of industry folks do have shops out there all around the area.
Of course. So that's a tough one. But we're still here, and everything is safe here, and we are mindful of the developments with that. So if anything changes, then we'll let you know. But otherwise, we are here to talk about a new bottle shop. And as always, whatever you're doing, whatever you're drinking, please let us know what's in your cup. Please drop it in the comments on Facebook or on YouTube. And without further ado, let me introduce who I'm talking with today. This is Andy and this is Faye, right?
Hi.
Hello.
And they're going to tell you a little bit about who they are. So I'm going to get out of the way. Please introduce yourselves.
I will introduce myself. Hi, I'm Andy May. I'm the beverage manager here at Rule of Thirds, and right now we're in this beautiful new space called Bin Bin Sake Shop. It's one of a kind. It's a new annex in our restaurant development here in Greenpoint, Brooklyn. So if you have not checked out our space, please stop by sometime. At Rule of Thirds, we opened up in February 2020. Pristine time to open up a large restaurant venture, but we've rolled with the punches, and though things still are ebbing and flowing as they normally do, we're rolling with the punches. Rule of Thirds is what I like to call a modern American Japanese izakaya. We serve the traditional foods with some of our fun flair. Of course, some of my favorites are oshizushi, some karaage, and tonkatsu. So please come by sometime and enjoy a cup of sake on me. As far as what we're looking forward to in the future is that we're launching our events. So if ever you have an invitation to come spend a night at Rule of Thirds and see our events wing, please stop by and check it out sometime. I help manage the beverage in its entirety, but I mostly focus on the cocktails. So if you're curious about shochu cocktails, Japanese whiskey, Japanese gin, all sorts of other fun ingredients coming from Japan, please stop by and have a drink on me. Let's go in and talk a little bit about the space, shall we?
Oh, sure. Yeah. I don't know, Faye.
Faye, oh my goodness, let me introduce you to our wonderful
Hi.
Faye.
Hi. I'm Faye from Bin Bin Sake. Because Bin Bin's pretty new, so I just joined the company. But here at Bin Bin, I was told that we have the biggest selection of Nama, Kimono, Yamahai sake in the store, and we have so much to offer here in the store. Yeah. Okay.
Excellent. And thank you, Faye, for dealing with my rather rambunctious interruption. I was walking by. So this is Rule of Thirds. For those of you who know, you know. Rule of Thirds has a gigantic footprint here in Greenpoint, and it is essentially, if we're honest about it, it's probably about 6 different restaurants in one. And I don't think that's an exaggeration, because you have the bungalows, or what do you call them?
The villages.
The villages. You have the villages, you have the outdoor seating, you have the indoor seating, you've got those private rooms. There's three private rooms. Then there's the atrium. What's that over there?
Corner bar.
The corner bar. And now that was more than 6.
Yeah.
It's bonkers, this place. It is, oftentimes there's several events happening concurrently, and you wouldn't really know it unless you really went and walked around and poked your head in everywhere. Everything's seamless, everything's working, and it just is pretty much, it's from it's just from a different realm. And so whenever I'm back in the States and whenever our team is meeting, this is kind of the headquarters. Rule of Thirds is the headquarters, and this is the newest part of that empire, which is this very cool little bottle shop. And so that's what we want to talk about today. You guys aren't really. Oh, we got some comments here. Let me just make sure I'm not missing anything. So we've got Colby drinking Ichigo Kurobin in San Diego. Nice choice. John Go says that he's going to, over on Facebook, he's adding this to his list of places to visit. Please do. Ask for Andy and May. You saw them here, and they are just as friendly in real life as they are on camera, I promise you. And then Yokaichi Kome by Takara Shuzo in Kyoto. Nice work, Mark. As usual, thanks for tuning in again. Let me move us now to the main event, which, of course, I haven't edited it yet. So I'm going to pretend like I'm doing something important. Or, let's see, I'm going to narrate it. Sake shop tour. Boom. Okay, and let's show that. Okay, so here's the main event. Let me do this, and then you can kind of take us around. Yeah. So, what's this rack all about, Andy? Or May?
Yeah,
Andy and May?
Yeah, this is our natural wine section. Yeah, and just, you can take a look at all the selections that we have here. And then across
And then if you look over here too, these are some beautiful Japanese wines.
Japanese wines, even. That's
I didn't know.
Pretty rare.
It's unheard of right now.
Mm-hmm.
Right now.
Yeah.
But if ever you want to hear about something that's unheard of, you come to Bin Bin and find it out. But yes, of course, we have our natural wines all over here. Some great Bin Bin swag as well. You can see from here.
Nice t-shirt. I like it.
Thank you. And then let's go over to, of course, with great minds, we have great literature, and so always tons of books. If ever you're just hanging around and you want to just stop by with a cup of coffee and read a little bit, check out some sake books, George is always here to help entertain.
I'm sure everybody knows about this section. So we put it this way. This is more like the traditional East method brewing, all the Kimono, Yamahai, and some of the Nama. And then here we have the modern East method, like all the grape selections. Yeah. And then here we have those like really young from Heiwa. I'm sure like all the audience know so much about them and like drinking them. If not, like they're drinking some of them already.
I'm not so sure because most of the people who watch this show are shochu drinkers. So
But if you want to learn more about sake, or sometimes you feel like besides shochu, also want to include a bottle or two of sake, feel free to come to Bin Bin for us.
nice. Oh, I just noticed the revolving. Look at this thing.
Oh yeah. Have this like
What's going on in here?
Of course, we have to do a quick little plug for our friends here at Brooklyn Kura and Kato Sake Works. I understand that this is a shochu channel,
Totally
but
fine.
Absolutely. If you want to showcase a bottle or two to your friends, we have some great New York sake for you too. Especially this collaboration: pizza, bagels, and sake.
I was just hanging with Brian Poland in Washington D.C. at the Cherry Tree Matsuri. So
Oh, nice.
yeah, that's very timely. But speaking of shochu, where is the shochu?
Oh my goodness, let's fly over there now, shall we?
Follow that raccoon. Here we go. Oh, I see some things I recognize.
Nice. A beautiful selection. Some of my favorites. Some stuff that I even haven't tasted before. And I'm sure, Chris, you've probably tasted all of these. You know all of these very well, I'm sure.
I don't see, at least in terms of the shochu, I don't see anything that I'm not familiar with, I suppose. I mean, you can see over here, we've got mizu, the green tea, and the lemongrass expressions, which are fantastic, and if you haven't tried them yet, then you absolutely must. You got manenboshi right next to that, which is it's a really, really good sweet potato shochu. And then we've got, what else do we have?
Oh.
Yeah, those, I'm unfamiliar with those.
Never heard of it. Although the ribbon job is great.
Which one?
The ribbon job.
The ribbon job. They did. That's because I didn't touch them. Yeah. So a bunch of the Honkaku Spirits products are here. Keep going down. You got Torikai for $68 a bottle. What's that? Oh, that's Kiroku. Then we've got Asahi Mannen.
Oh, yeah, some more.
Yep. Aokage, which is absolutely clutch. Yeah, I mean, no punches pulled on this shelf, which I really appreciate. So I think that just from and then even down on the bottom, we've got some other Japanese spirits. Let's take a look at these two.
We got some awesome vermuto for your vermouth base.
You have the
needs.
Bermuto. Wow.
A lovely yuzu liqueur as well. And of course, some of my favorite Japanese gin from Kyoto. And then, yeah, that's all there. You know, as far as the spirits lines go, I think we have the lion's share as far as Japanese distillates.
Nice work. Appreciate it. Also, up on the top shelf, you can see there's Takamine Koji whiskey. We've also got some other malts and some blends. Yep. Ooh, and then over there we get a little pricier.
Premiums.
We go up into the roof there a bit with the Hakushu and Yamazaki 12s. Nice. And then Ichiro's is up there too. Very, very cool. Well, let's retreat back to our station over here. Let's see what we or can we maybe let's stay over there. Yeah, no, let's stay over near the spirits. What am I doing? Jeez. What an amateur, right? Okay, so then let's see. Do we have any new comments here? Let's see what people are saying. Steven's watching.
Steven.
Coffee here. Oh, okay. Steven Lyman. This morning here in Fukuoka. Nice. Takamine on the top shelf. Well, as it should be. Like, you know it. And yeah, the thing for me is that there's a little bit of everything, and there is nothing that is. You're not putting anything on the shelf that you wouldn't be proud to have here. Mm-hmm. It's very clear. Like there's nothing that's kind of like, this is for the people who don't know anything. No, like you kind of got stuff for. Even if you don't know anything, you're gonna have to learn something because everything here is of decent quality. So that's very cool, and I think that that maybe can bring us to our last section. Where is it? Newly open. Here we go. So, what do we have that's newly open? I guess. Look. Oops. Opened it. All right. Got a bottle of Mahoko here, which is a sweet potato shochu made by Furusawa Distillery in Miyazaki Prefecture that has a lovely bouquet to it. And let's taste this. We haven't done this before. Yay! Thank you, Faye.
It makes ceramic cup, and you get to pick your favorite ones to enjoy.
Great. I'll take. My name is Let's go with Pellegrini.
Yeah.
Boom. Mahoko sweet potato shochu, probably the oldest shochu in the United States.
I think so.
Yeah, it says, for those of you who can read, it says 15 years right there in Japanese. That's actually not entirely true. It's actually 16 years old. But absolutely amazing bouquet on this thing. Kanpai.
Wow. Kanpai.
35% ABV. And I love every point of it.
Oh wow.
Well, I'm glad this is actually kind of special. I don't think we've ever featured one of the three ladies on the show before.
Oh yeah, the granddaughter, right?
Yeah, this is the granddaughter. You're exactly right. This is the current Toji's niece, Mahoko. She's still in high school, so she can't drink this, but we can.
Wow.
Yep, it was distilled in the year that she was born. So it says 15, so she's 16 or 17 now. She's in the latter years of high school. And it's not easy to find. So I'm very excited that you have a. Well, did we take? You only have one more bottle left?
We have some more.
Yeah.
You have more?
Somewhere.
Okay, good. Somewhere. This is fun. This is fun. So how long have you guys been open?
A little bit over a month actually. We
Like
opened
3
on
weeks.
March
Yeah.
11th, right?
March
Yeah.
11th.
Yeah.
It's February, or it's
A little
April
bit
12th.
over, yeah.
So I think just over a month.
month. Yeah, but yeah.
How's it been going?
It's great. Like I'm super excited because I'm also from the area, and this like is so good to finally see that we have a sake shop open here, and then with all the special like selections here, it's like you just said, it's really special. Like what we do, like how we pick, like George, how he picks the sake picks like all the bottles is very special. Every customer comes in, if they already know it, they feel like, oh, this is the place I've been waiting for.
Nice.
If they don't, they always learn something new, and yeah, and then I always see them coming back.
Yeah.
Like even like super like 2 days later, I see customer keep coming back and then looking for something more and then more interesting. And we always from our selection, we always have something for everyone that like special. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like have different tastes. Yeah.
We tried this earlier tonight during dinner. This doburoku.
How do you like it?
It's like a pear slushy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's actually really interesting. Like over the weekend we have an event. Everyone comes for that bottle, and then there's this couple they're from Japan. They said I've never seen it anywhere except they have it in Japan. So they were looking for it, and then they were thinking for 15 minutes everything's gone, like flying out from the shelf. And so he couldn't get it, and then happened that I'm restocking today, and then I only found that last bottle.
Nice.
I almost don't want to put it out. I want to,
Save it for him?
Save it.
yeah, save it. Yeah, or save it for myself.
Sorry, save it for myself.
Yeah, it's just so good. Like you said, yeah, it's just like pear juice without the sweetness. It's
Yeah.
so good. Yeah.
Incredible.
It's good.
So what's been, so that's, things have been going well, and that's great, but have there been any challenges? Or has it, I mean, obviously, this is an aspect of the business that Rule of Thirds has not done before.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think the challenges were mostly in the pre-openings
Yeah.
of it. You know, having a liquor store bottle shop connected to a restaurant. I don't know of any other space in New York City that does something like that. And so to get the paperwork in line, to get all these things documented and signed off, and then moving forward, obviously we have the space for it. But that was one of the hardest challenges that just took a lot of time. And there's certain rules in which I always find myself like, oh, I've never understood that rule coming from California, and like, yo, you can't serve beer, but you can serve, a low ABV craft cocktail with hops. So it's like, oh, okay. But those have been some of the challenges earlier, way before even the doors were open. I don't know if you've seen any challenges prior to it or afterwards.
I heard about that. Honestly, I feel like the only challenge is like we are not catching up with the speed to like we in stock. Like people coming in for like the bottle. Like I just restocked like almost everything today, and then you can see it's a little bit empty there down the shelf. Like
It's a good problem to have.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a good problem to have. And the tasting, we have a long list of tasting that sign up.
Great.
It's
Yeah.
really amazing.
I mean, that's one of the beautiful, it's actually a pretty big space probably the footprint is not huge for this room, but the way that the space is used means that you could get 10 people in here pretty easily to do a tasting.
Yeah.
And that's not nothing.
Yeah, and we also have the
you
room
have
next door to
massive
do a
space over
tasting.
there.
And just over this past Sunday, we did a collab with 2 local brewery. Yeah, Kato Sake Works and Brooklyn Kura with
Nice.
tasting here. Yeah, it's huge success.
Yeah. And then we'll be having patio furniture if these 70 degrees weather continues for the imminent spring and then into the summer. So come by, pick up a bottle, grab some tin fish, and just hang out on our patio.
Nice. Where's the patio? Over there?
It's gonna be through those the screens right there.
Nice. Well, I mean, we've talked about Rule of Thirds. We talked about them a lot last year because I think over the space of like 4 weeks we came here 5 times. I think last year. It's just you can't really describe it. The food's on point. The cocktails are amazing. The whole drink list is a lot of fun. the sake list. If you're really into sake, their sake list in the main restaurant has just expanded, grown, improved, and it continues to do so. And I'm sure it will get even better. Their shochu list, I'm biased, obviously, but it is very good. And it's just a really, really joyous, really fun place to come and hang out, which is why we're here all the time. So hopefully, yeah, well, my pleasure entirely. Andy, okay, thank you very much. And I think on that note, I think we got a good clean 30 minutes out of this, so this is perfect. On that note, basically, what's coming up next week is our 100th episode of Shochu'sday. 100, pretty much 100 weeks in a row of doing this. So we got to come up with something pretty clever. I'm going to leave that to Steven to sort out. Sorry, buddy. But this is a good one. This is one of the first times that one of the few times we've featured a shop. So it was thank you for letting me in.
Of course, and we are on 99. It means like longevity in Asia, right? So Japan, Asian culture, yeah. So we should show also.
Yeah, 99, sure. Infinity.
Infinity.
Well, from all of us here in Brooklyn, New York, to all of you all around the world, thank you for joining in, and let's have a final kanpai, a very hearty and heartfelt kanpai. Kanpai. Thank you.